As we know today, one of the most controversial topics in the United States politics is over the issue of gun control and whether it should be strengthened, weakened, or left as it is. While deciding on this topic, I knew I was strongly against gun control. Few people know what gun control really is, or guns in general, that they don't see the detrimental effects gun control really has on the nation as a whole. Not only does the government fail to inform citizens about the positive side of being armed, they also neglect the fact that the stronger the gun control laws, the more likely it will be for the guns to fall in the arms of America's most wanted. Gun control, by definition, is the government limitation on the purchase and ownership of firearms, and what this means is the government has control over who and what is able to be bought and sold in regulations. For one to understand gun control, one must understand that certain types of gun control. The most common guns that are owned and talked about are pistols, revolvers, shotguns, and rifles and machine guns. The first four are typical guns that are owned and used in self-defense for recreation target shooting or for hunting. The last type is a typical automatic gun that is used in combat. One of the main reasons for gun control is to ban the selling of guns, such as those the intensity the gun emits. With a weapon such as this, a person is able to expel numerous bullets at a time while keeping one finger on the trigger. The others, however, do not have this ability and should be controlled in a certain way. Regulations for owning firearms, such as those in New York State, are very strict compared to another state such as Texas. According to the NRA, IRA firearm laws for New York, handguns must have a permit in order to be purchased, registered, licensed, and carried, whereas in Texas, handguns only require a permit to carry. Firearms are already regulated enough as it is, so the need to be controlled anymore seems a little ridiculous. Another aspect of gun control is that it's used to frighten citizens, especially those who have no clue about firearms. It is easy for one to fear the unknown, even more so for the unknown to be recognized as a killer. With this, people have no choice but to take what they are being fed by leaders and to use it to shape their own opinions and beliefs. By telling people that guns are dangerous and deadly, the government is neglecting to inform its people of all the positive things gun has done in the past. The first good thing about firearms is that it can be used in extreme cases of self-defense. What people are not told is that they actually save more lives than they take and permit more injuries that they inflict. Each year, guns are used about 2.5 million times in self-defense, and of those 2.5 million times, less than 8% of shots are fired actually result in death or injury. The rest of the shots fired are used as warning shots to scare the attacker. The concealed carry laws, which regulate the possession of non-visible firearms, that actually help lower the rate because 1/2 million citizens defend themselves with a firearm away from their home. To do away with the ability to carry a concealed weapon would pose more of a threat than keeping them, such as the Florida example. When concealed carry laws were first established in Florida, within 15 years of the installation, the murder rate fell 52%. The reason for this is that criminals will usually avoid armed citizens. According to the Gun Owners Foundation, once Kentucky passed a law in 1982 requiring heads of households to keep at least one firearm in their house, the residential burglary rate subsequently dropped 89%. Not only are firearms used for the prevention of burglary, but they have also been shown to prevent physical abuse such as rape. When a publicized safety course showing women how to use firearms as a means of protection was offered in Florida, the rape rate dropped 88%. It's also shown by the Carter Justice Department that when a woman was armed with a gun or knife, only 3% out of those 32,000 of the attempted rapes were actually successful. What one must understand is that the human mind works as so. When a person is told he or she cannot do something, it only makes them want to do it even more. With the mind working as so, not only will normal citizens be trying to get firearms, but so will their counterparts, which will be the criminals.